Hi there, welcome to my channel. So you have a decision to make. No, not what dress you're going to wear to the party or whether you're going to have Chinese or Italian for dinner. More like, which of the two houses should I buy? Or should I just continue renting? Should I accept that new job offer or remain in my current position? Should I migrate or remain in my home country? Small decisions are quite frequent and can be relatively easy to make. But major decisions can be quite daunting, especially when the stakes are high. So what do? Flip a coin, go back and forth, or avoid the decision altogether? Here's how to tackle that life-changing decision. There are 6 steps and we're going to use the acronym DECIDE to help us remember them. The first step is to determine your priorities and values. You're thinking of accepting a new job. What are the criteria that you're going to look for? Is your commute time important to you? Is the salary the most important thing? Is flexibility a key principle for you? So you need to determine what your key principles are before you examine the decision. Decisions must be aligned with your priorities and values. Think of what matters most to you in that particular area and stay true to your values. So should you take the fixer-upper that's close to your job or the new move-in ready home that's some distance away? How would a 1-hour commute measure up to moving into a brand new home? Or do you plan to leave that job anyway? Are there any opportunities close to your new home? If you're thinking of the inconvenience of living in a fixer-upper while it's being repaired, perhaps you can rent for that period or move in with your sister. There are always options to consider, but you must first know what is important to you. The next step is to expand your knowledge. You need to have as much relevant information as possible to help you to make an informed decision. So you're going to gather as much information as you can and come up with some alternatives. The idea is to gather just the right amount of information. Having too much information can be confusing and can lead to decision paralysis. A family member or close friend who knows you well may also be able to shed some light on the decision and give you some alternatives that you hadn't considered. That person must be neutral and not emotional about the area, and they must of course know you very well. Bear in mind that you make the final decision. The next step is to consider the alternatives. Examine all the information you've gathered and decide which alternatives are desirable, which ones are in line with your values. Eliminate any unattractive options. It's an easy decision if one option is much better than the others overall. But what if you have 2 or more equally acceptable options? But then you need to weigh the options. For each option, write the pros and the cons. Consider the short, medium, and long-term consequences of the decision. Warren Buffett says that you should think about how you're going to feel about the decision in 10 days, 10 months, and 10 years. Sometimes fear of the unknown and uncertainty can lead us to avoid risks. So identify your worst-case scenario for each option. How likely is it that there will be a potential negative outcome? What would the consequences of such an outcome be? Do you have a plan to cope if that should happen? Is the decision reversible? Most decisions tend to be. If so, you can change your mind later on. When considering the alternatives, beware of analysis paralysis. Know that there is no absolute certainty when you make a decision. The next step is to include your intuition. Up to now, you've been examining the situation from a rational perspective. Now it's time to check in with your gut. Act as if you've made a particular decision and think of how you would feel about it. Do you feel energized? Do you feel at peace? If you're not feeling a sense of peace, consider whether it's a result of fear. Sometimes fear can keep us in our comfort zone and prevent us from accepting a new challenge that would be beneficial in the long run. The next step is to distance yourself from the situation. If you're suffering from decision fatigue and it's not an urgent decision, then it's wise to take a step away. Sometimes it can be helpful to distance yourself physically and mentally from the situation. A change in perspective and scenery can sometimes bring clarity, and going for a walk can calm you down and make you less emotional. And while you're engaging in physical activity, your brain can be finding a solution for you. So you've now made a decision based on rationale and intuition. And the next step is to evaluate. Remember, there's no perfect decision, but your decision has been an informed one. You're going to have to keep evaluating the decision and making changes as required. Very few decisions are absolutely final. So evaluate what's working and what's not. It is said that even if you haven't made the right decision, you can still make your decision right. One of the best ways to make better decisions is to analyze your mistakes and learn from them. This can give you more confidence in your ability to make decisions in future. A small decision can change your whole life. Tony Robbins said, "It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." You're always one decision away from a completely different life. Which of these steps do you think would be most useful in helping you to make better decisions? Share with us in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.